We are entering into the second session of a fifth day ATAL-sponsored workshop on cyber security, hosting from Department of Information Science and Engineering, Technology Court. Today we have another very pioneer resource person from the field of cyber forensic and cyber security, Sri Vibhu Anand from New Delhi. Am I audible, dear participants? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Vibhu Anand, sir, am I audible to you?
Yes, sir, I can hear you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Sri Vibhu Anand with us is the founder and the CEO of Synth Technologies, a very famous company from New Delhi. This company is supplying most of the cyber forensic products and also products to the government of India and other investigative agencies. And it is our fortunate that we have Sri Vibhu Anand here. I will start this session. I extend a warm welcome on behalf of Siddhganga Education Society, Siddhganga Institute of Technology, faculty and student faculty, and on behalf of our participants, I extend warm welcome to Sri Vibhu Anand. Sir, we are very lucky to have you with us today. So I hand over the session to Dr. Aparna, former head department of former head and professor, Department of Information Science and Engineering. I request Madam to introduce in detail Sri Vibhu Anand to our participants. I am handing over the session to Madam Dr. Aparna.
Hello. Am I audible, sir? Okay, thank you,
Yes,
sir.
Madam, you are audible.
So, dear participants and my dear colleagues, good afternoon, one and all. It is my immense pleasure to introduce the resource person for today's, for the last two sessions of the workshop, Sri Vibhu Anand. Sri Vibhu Anand is a founder and director of Synth Technologies, New Delhi, India. Synth Technologies is a cyber digital forensic company established in the year 2009, headquartered at New Delhi, India, serving clients globally, complying with international standards of digital forensics. This company has executed numerous international projects of establishing digital forensics laboratories. It is a leading technology-equipped cyber intelligence company partnering with world-renowned digital forensic product manufacturers across the globe. The products and services have successfully helped organizations to protect their business assets and investigate cybercrime and fraud in proactive and reactive manner. Synth Technologies is offering skill-based training to younger generations of India and recognized within top 10 cyber forensic companies in India. Mr. Vibhu Anand holds a Bachelor's of Engineering degree in Computer Science and Engineering, and he has done several specialized certifications related to cyber forensics. To list a few, he is a Microsoft certified professional. He is BS 7799 Information Security Management System Lead Auditor, certified Hacking Forensic Investigator, Magnet certified Forensic Examiner from Hong Kong. He has done MSCAB certification and intermediate course on mobile forensics in Singapore and digital forensics with FRED certification by Digital Intelligence USA. Sri Vibhu Anand is a visionary and successful entrepreneur in the field of cyber forensics. He has more than 23 years of domain-specific experience in the information technology and service industry. He is skilled in digital forensics, electronic surveillance and counter-surveillance, signal intelligence, requirements analysis, management, pre-sales, project management, and business development. He is associated with all major global original equipment manufacturers in the digital forensic domain. Mr. Vibhu Anand has handled and managed various projects of setting up digital forensics labs across India. He is a regular visiting faculty for the digital forensics in CBI Academy, Central Detective Training Institute, that is CDTI Ghaziabad and CDTI Chandigarh. He is also a regular visiting faculty for law enforcement academies and other government institutes for the past 10 years and undertaken courses on mobile forensics, data extraction, password recovery, hard drive forensics for various CBI and police officers of India as well as police officers of various other countries. He is also consulting various law enforcement and investigation agencies to deal with ongoing cases. With this brief introduction, on behalf of SIT and on behalf of the Department of Information Science and Engineering SIT, I extend a very warm welcome to Mr. Vibhu Anand. He'll be enlightening us on cyber forensics tools for the next 2 sessions. Sir, it is our honor to have you as the resource person for these 2 sessions. Once again, I wholeheartedly welcome you, sir, for these 2 sessions, and I request you to take over the session. Thank you, one and all. Sir, please.
Yeah, thank you very much, madam, for the quick and elaborated introduction. I hope you all can hear me.
Yes, sir, we are audible.
Okay, so I'll just share my screen.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, your screen is visible.
Okay, thank you very much. So I'll just give a quick introduction about our organization, because this particular session for 5 days, I think like this is today is the last day of the session, and a lot of you must have gained a lot of knowledge from various resource people from the academia, also from the industry also, and a lot of people from the government departments as well, and talked about various aspects of digital forensics and similar field in this, where I attended few of the sessions as well of Mr. Babu, and a few more sessions also. And today, like our session will be more focused on the tools and technologies which are available in the market through us or through various other vendors in the market who are dealing with various kind of government organizations, police forces, intelligence organizations, corporates, education institutes, government body, different government bodies, and what all kind of technologies are available and tools are available, including we'll be also talking about some demonstration about some of the products also in this particular session, 2 sessions. So basically, Sign Technologies, we are headquartered in New Delhi, and we are working almost each and every part of India. And apart from India, we are also handling few other countries also, and established various computer forensic labs at different government organizations. So most of majorly the area where we are working is hard drive forensics, mobile forensics, and the password recovery solution, which is one of the requirement and need of an hour basically. Cloud network and live forensic solutions, social media analysis solutions, data analysis solutions, and DVR and video investigation solution. So these are the major areas which we are publicly working and providing solutions to various government organizations. Apart from that, we are also working in the field of something related to surveillance and counter surveillance, where we are providing some kind of solutions to intercept various kind of voice communications or data communication like HF, VHF, UHF communication, and decoding solutions to some of the prestigious government intelligence organizations. So that are very specific products which are meant for some kind of intelligence organizations which are not open for the market. So we are known as one of the leading digital forensic solution provider in India, as Madam mentioned, in top 10. So I will say we are almost in top 3 when any government organization is considering to establish a cyber forensic lab, or they would like to purchase any cyber forensic equipment. So they most of the time they contact us. We are a technology-driven company with a strong customer base. We are also having a state-of-the-art digital investigation laboratory where we are not only doing some kind of investigation in our office. We are also going to some of the client side also. Like we are empaneled with Income Tax Department. We are empaneled with DRI, Directorate of Revenue Intelligence Department. We are also empaneled with GST Department. We are also working with some of the Customs Department also. And we are helping all these particular organizations to collect various kind of digital evidences from variety of customers and variety of evidences, and then analyze the data for them for any kind of cybercrime or any kind of investigation which they are working into. So we are also having a team where these kind of services are extended, and we are known in the market for the top quality, competitive prices, and unmatched support. And we basically say that humans keep secret and computers don't. Like why we say like this, basically because whenever we are going to any kind of crime scene and doing any kind of investigation, so we feel that even if the suspect or the culprit or the anti-national person or the criminal is not able to reveal any kind of information, but the gadgets which he's using, maybe a mobile phone, maybe a camera, maybe a laptop or desktop or a hard drive or various kind of digital devices which he's seizing basically. So we will be able to get the data from all these kind of gadgets, and that gadgets will be having more information even than us. Like as we all are like using a lot of digital gadgets like mobile phones and other things. So sometimes you should know that these particular gadgets are having more information about you than you yourself or your spouse or your parents or your kids or your office basically, because a lot of information knowingly or unknowingly is stored in these particular digital devices, which can be extracted and can be examined and analyzed. So we are having a lot of solutions. So I will be covering something in a comprehensive way. So we are having all the solutions starting from from an investigator point of view, like when the person is going to a crime scene and want to extract the data from that particular place. So he knows about the case, but he's having a lack of necessary tools for further investigation. And then when the evidence come to the lab where the experts are there, so where they are having the tools at their disposal, but they are having less case information and they are loaded with the cases. So we provide a comprehensive solution where we address all kind of scenarios from a crime scene till the device is coming to this particular place. So we provide solutions for using that. You can get all kind of locations, contents, context, details, contacts, names, social media data, the time of event, timeline, keywords, artifacts. So all this particular kind of information is extracted using variety of tools, and we'll be demonstrating few of the tools also today. And we would like to highlight again that we are having a penetration across various cyber forensic labs in India. Almost 80% labs are using our products or they are established by us. So as Madam told, like we are dealing with almost all government organizations in India. And apart from government organizations, like we are also having an association with variety of government institutes also, which includes NILIT institutes spread at various parts of northeast region. as well as in J&K and various other parts. And we are also associated with NIT Srinagar. We are also associated with NIT Rourkela, LNGN, National Institute of Criminology and Forensic Science. Apart from that, Cochin University also, and we had provided a lot of digital forensic tools to all these particular labs also, apart from some of the private institutes as well. And 4 in 5 relevant customers have used our products and services. And we, as mentioned earlier, we are a regular faculty, not only during this particular COVID time, but from last almost 10 years to CBI Academy, Central Detective Training Institute, Delhi Judicial Academy, and various other places where myself and my team are going and demonstrating and sharing knowledge on digital forensics to various police organizations and as well as the allied organizations of India, or not only of India, but from some other friendly countries where people are coming from Nepal, Sri Lanka, Myanmar, some South African countries and other places, and attending these courses under Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India. So as mentioned, we will be more focusing about some of the tools today, and we understand that we have to work on various technologies where we should have some kind of solutions which should be make in India and Atmanirbhar kind of scenario where we should have these kind of things. And we as an organization are ready to work with various government institutes like your colleges or students, where because we are having a lot of understanding about the tools available in the market, and we also understand the requirement which is there in the market by various government organizations and similar kind of organizations about in the field of digital forensics. And maybe we can work together in this particular area where we can find out some kind of sharing of knowledge or sharing of resources, so that we can jointly work in this particular area to develop some of the tools as well. As of now, only CDEC Kerala is having a few of the Indian-made tools in the field of digital forensics, but not a complete comprehensive solutions available by any of the government body or any private body in India. So most of the tools which are used worldwide by any government agency for forensic investigations are of the tools of either from USA or from European countries or from Israel only. So these are few of the OEMs which are listed here who are pioneer in their own respective digital forensic field. So like Digital Intelligence is one of the company who is developing variety of digital forensic hardware machines, which includes forensic workstations, some write blockers and imaging devices. Then Magnet Forensics is one of the pioneer in the field of digital forensic software and awarded as the best forensic organization of the year and best forensic tool of the year award also multiple times. And their product called as Magnet Axiom is a product which is used by most of the government agencies worldwide, including all the government organizations in India, including top intelligence organizations of India, as well as all the central forensics and state forensic labs as well. Then there is a company called AMSAB who are providing and developing technologies on mobile forensics, which is also one of the field which is required. Where any kind of SIM card or mobile phone or satellite phones or GPS devices seized by the criminals or terrorists or anti-national people should be examined, and all the available and deleted data should be extracted so that it can be produced in the court of law. Similarly, there are some other technologies like passware, where the solutions are available on at a hardware level as well as at the software level, so that the any data which you are seizing, acquiring, and which is password protected should be able to put some algorithms, and we should be able to decrypt or decode or unlock that particular files or folders or maybe drives so that the data can be again accessed. Similarly, we are having variety of tools like from app response. These are the tools which are required for network forensics, because this is again now in very much in demand due to COVID also, and due to the various kind of other government policies or corporate policies. Maybe the people are not able to travel, and they would like to acquire the data remotely from sitting at one place. So what they can do, they can use some kind of technologies like F response technology, so that they should be able to connect the hard drives or the RAM or variety of other networks remotely and acquire the data sitting at one place. So these are some of the OEMs who are providing solutions in different kind of fields. A few more fields which we would like to highlight is something like a video investigation, which is also very much in demand nowadays. Like everywhere we are having variety of CCTV cameras and DVRs available. So there are tools through which you can acquire the data from a variety of video sources, and then you can analyze that video sources, as well as you can also enhance the contents of the videos which are you are extracting from a variety of sources. So these are all again few more OEMs. So I will not go much in depth now, and just want to highlight that this is just our strength, and maybe you people can also whosoever want to excel like in the field of digital forensics, you can go for these kind of certifications. Maybe your colleges or universities, you can also opt for some courses, similar courses. There are some special like a training programs for the universities, as well as some special license policy also for some government universities as well. So these are a few of the certifications. Like you must be already aware about the CEH and CHFI, which are already very much in this particular field, like Certified Ethical Hacker and Computer Hacking Forensic Investigator. So CHFI is one of the compulsory kind of certification which is vendor neutral, and which gives immense knowledge in all aspect of forensics. And apart from this particular thing, we are also providing some certification, and most of the team members working with us are certified by AMSEP, and these are the certifications on mobile forensics as well as on digital computer forensics as well. So with this, these are the international certifications. The value of this particular certificate is equivalent in US or India or any other part of the world. So I've already covered like what all kind of technologies which we are providing. So I will just go quickly on various kind of technologies which are available in this particular field. So I'll be just covering something more on the forensic hardware, which we consider as a backbone of any forensic lab. So if you want to establish a forensic lab, so you should have a good forensic hardware. And we have already established various forensic labs all over India in various government organizations. So these are something like forensic workstations. Like you must be aware about the Dell or HP traditional forensic like non-forensic machines, IT machines, basically the servers. So these are the forensic machines where, like on the left side, you can see this is a small machine which is portable in nature, and which is military grade and ruggedized machine which can be carried to the crime scene also. So this particular machine is having almost similar kind of capability what the our basic machine is having, but in a portable form. Like you must have seen some kind of cases like Lalit Modi case when IPL scam was there. So the income tax and DRI people, they were carrying black box. In that particular black box, this particular machine was there. So this is a forensic machine which they carry at a crime scene, that like a CBI or similar kind of government bodies. They carry to the crime scene and then connect the various kind of digital evidences in a forensically sound manner. Okay, I'll just cover what is forensically sound manner in my next few slides, or maybe we will demonstrate some of the things as well with this. So they carry this particular thing and connect the digital evidences which they are seizing from a crime scene in a forensically sound manner, and then analyze that particular digital evidences in this particular machines. So we are having a portable version, then we are having a laboratory version, like these kind of machines in the center. These are like we called as FRED, Forensic Recovery of Evidence Device, which is mostly available. Like we are having approximately 500 installation of these machines in India itself. And almost each and every organization from J&K till Kerala and from Gujarat to Northeast. So most of the organizations, I will say, they are having this particular machine. You name any organization, includes maybe a NIA, IB, Air Force, Navy, like Army, or any kind of CFSL labs or state forensic labs. Each and every lab is having this particular forensic machine. And if you go on the right side, this is a forensic server. Like it is a 42U RAG, which is having all kind of forensic capabilities, and this can be work as a like a forensic cloud, where you can store petabyte of data in one single machine, and which can be connected to your local network, or your regional labs or district labs, or maybe different labs set up across India. So this is a forensic server which is there. So these kind of machines are very much used in, like Cochin University is also using, like NILIT, Kohima is also using, like NILIT Imphal is also using, NILIT J&K is also using, NIT Rourkela is using, NIT Srinagar is using. So all this particular, even the government institutes are also having this particular forensic machines. So this is a slightly closer look of the forensic server. And how many of you have worked on write blockers or having a knowledge of write blockers? So anyone, if you can reply. Can you please reply? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. You're audible.
So, like, there are few like thumb rules when we are handling any kind of digital evidence. So, what is digital evidence? You know, like we are having something like a traditional evidence, or one is digital evidence. So, if you are going to a crime scene, like suppose, say there is a case called Arushi Hatyakant case of in Noida, UP, where like a Talwar case you must have heard about. So there is a like a evidence available at a crime scene. So maybe any investigating officer or team of officers are going to a crime scene, so they are getting a lot of evidences. So the evidences are maybe there was a wine bottle on the dining table, that is also considered as the evidence. Maybe there was a like a fingerprint on the door, so that is also one of the evidence. So there was some blood samples on the terrace of the flat. So that is also evidence. But these all evidences are like a traditional evidences, or you can say these are the non-digital evidences. So similarly, there are some other evidences, like a computer in that particular house is also one of the evidence, which is a digital evidence. Then you are having a router in that particular house, that is also a digital evidence. There is a mobile phone in that particular house, so that is also a digital evidence. So there are some like non-digital evidences as well as some digital evidences. So when we are seizing any digital evidence, So digital evidence is slightly more, like I will say, more vulnerable. It is more volatile. It is more like a delicate in nature than any other evidence. So suppose if you have maybe there is a suicide note, say maybe a piece of paper, or maybe a suicide note, or maybe some writing pad. So that is also evidence. So that evidence can be, I can take a picture of that particular evidence. I can show that particular evidence to a witness 1 or witness 2, and they can sign the panchnama, and they can say, yes, this particular data is written on that particular piece of paper. So, but when you are seizing a digital evidence, so in a digital evidence, the data is written in a digital form, which you can't see it externally. So say there's a USB drive, pen drive, basically, which was seized from a crime scene, or a mobile phone, which was seized from a crime scene. So if you ask the witness 1 or witness 2 that just see that in this particular thing, this SMS is there, which was sent by, say, Arushi before the death occur. So the witness 1, witness 2 can't see that particular data externally. So in that particular case, that particular digital evidence has to be analyzed, acquired, processed. So there are some do's and don'ts which has to be taken care. So when you are handling any digital evidence, generally like kind of hard drives or a pen drives or a laptops or desktops, so there are few thumb rules which has to be considered. The first thumb rule is that whenever you are seizing any digital evidence, so you should use write blockers. So as Mr. Babu mentioned about write blocker in one of the slide, or while he was elaborating about the various kind of tools technologies. And so I will just, what we have done, we have also set up one write blocker in our office, which we would like to demonstrate and show it to you how that particular write blocker work. So write blocker is basically, you can consider that thing is a firewall or a barrier, or some kind of a bridge, which is there between a original evidence and your computer, where you want to examine that particular digital evidence. So if you will connect that particular digital evidence which you have seized from a crime scene directly to a computer, into the USB port, or maybe any other port, through like a SATA port or ID port of a computer, directly you want to connect that particular evidence. So that evidence will be working in a read and write mode. So like right now, what I'm doing, I'm working in a read and write mode. I'm speaking to you people, and I'm also maybe responding when anyone is speaking from your side also. But most of the people at your end are working in a read only mode. So you are only listening. You're not talking. You're not speaking. Okay. So when you connect any device, any digital device, maybe a pen drive or a hard drive or memory card or any device to a computer, so knowingly or unknowingly, your device is working in read and write mode. So maybe there is some antivirus which is installed on your computer. You are not doing anything, but just connecting the evidence or digital device to your computer. Your antivirus will say, okay, there is a virus in this particular device, and it will try to remove that particular virus. So virus can be something which is actually you have to examine. Okay, maybe it is a malware, maybe it is something like which you have to actually examine. So it is a data only. So virus is also a data. So you don't want to remove that particular data knowingly or unknowingly. Or maybe by mistake you are trying to change something, or maybe the applications or the softwares which are installed in your computer will try to tamper the evidence. So to avoid that particular thing, you have to use a write blocker. So on the left side, you can see this is a write blocker kit, which is one of the essential kits used in any digital forensic lab. So whenever you are seizing any digital evidence, you are having some write blockers. So you should connect that particular evidence using that write blocker. So as the name indicates, write blocker, WRITE, write blocker. So I am blocking anything to write on the digital evidence. So what I'll do, my colleague Abhishek is also available here. I will share my demo screen. Abhishek will share the demo screen here, and show to you how the write blocker looks like and how to connect any digital evidence to the write blocker, and how the computer will be behaving when we are having this write blocker connected. Abhishek, can you share the screen, please?
Yes, thank you. So, good afternoon. Let's share my screen. Am I audible to you?
Yes, sir. You're audible.
So what we are trying to do now is to show you the write blocker. So write blocker as I can't see your like a full screen of the device. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Abhishek, can you say it?
I think there is a question. I'm just trying to connect it.
Can you show it on a full screen?
Yeah, I'm just showing it on full screen.
Hello.
Sir, just one second. I think there is some network issue not connecting with that.
Yeah, can you just show it on a full screen, please?
Yeah, I'm just showing it on full screen. Yeah.
Sir, full screen not visible.
Yeah, just.
Just hold on a second. I'm just checking that particular option.
We can see the device, but it is not coming in a full screen, please. If you
I'm
can.
just checking that particular setting. So we're not using that particular setting on this particular
Okay. Meantime, Abhishek is doing the setting up this particular thing. So.
using the setting.
So, like, how many of you have worked on the computer hard drives? So, when we talk about the computer hard drives, so we are having a different kind of hard drives available. Like, if you go like 10 years back, so we were having a hard drives called as ID hard drives or the PATA hard drives, which works on a parallel technology like a ribbon cable, where the data speed of the when you are transferring the data from in your hard drive or from hard drive was very less. Later on, most of the computers which were coming in the market for last few years were using a SATA hard drives. So S stands for serial technology, serial advanced technology attachment. So the speed of the SATA hard drives were much faster than the traditional PATA hard drives or the ID hard drives. And nowadays, when we talk about the drives in our latest Apple machines or the latest laptops or our latest computers or workstations, so we are using a technology called as SSD drives, solid state drives. So the solid state drives speed is much faster than the SATA hard drives also. And when we talk about the servers, on the other hand, so earlier servers were using a technology called as SCSIs, SCSI hard drives, and the latest servers which we are using are using hard drives called as SAS hard drives. And again, the in the SAS, S stands for serial attached SCSI. So, which is much faster than the traditional SCSI hard drives which were used in the servers in the earlier time. So, these all hard drives are coming in various different kind of shapes, kind of thing. So, how many of you have seen the different kind of hard drives like PATA hard drives or SATA hard drives? Mostly all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So quickly, I will just show you one of the screen where I can show a few of the things. Maybe I can show this thing with you people also later on. So this is about the like a ID hard drive. So as you all are aware about the speed and everything is mentioned here. So this is the kind of connector which was used in the ID hard drive for the data transfer. And this is like a data cables which are used on the ID hard drive. This is on the motherboard side, like how the ID cables are connected to the motherboard with the hard drive. And then we were talking about the SATA hard drives, which is using like these kind of ports on a motherboard, and this is the data cable which is used in the SATA hard drive. So the thing which I would like to highlight is about the SSD drives, solid state drives, which are new, slightly newer. So these are few of the SSD drives which comes in different shapes and sizes, used in various computers, laptops. And these are some of the technologies which are again available in the market. So this is not like a RAM or any other PCB. So this is again one type of a blade type SSD drive. So we went to one of the crime scene with the Directorate of Revenue Intelligence Department, and we have seized one MacBook, which was MacBook Air. And when we opened and we were looking for a hard drive, something like which looks like something like this, but we were not able to find any such kind of hard drive inside that MacBook Air. Later on, we realized, like it was long back, around 8 years back. At that particular time, this type for blade type SSDs were not so popular, and we were not having a knowledge base on that also at that particular time. So later on, we came to understand that this particular PCB, which looks like a RAM shaped size, so this is actually a hard drive or the SSD of this particular MacBook Air. So then we took this particular SSD out, and on the right side you can see this is one specialized adapter which is used to connect this particular drives. And we connected this particular SSD drive using this adapter, and then connected to the SATA write blocker, and was able to get all the data from that particular MacBook Air. So these are the variety of SSDs which are available in the market nowadays. And Abhishek, are you back?
Hello.
Yeah, can you share the screen?
Sir, I just give me 5 minutes. I'm just doing the setting with the AVEX. Because the AVEX is something very problem with that.
No problem.
Just you continue with the 5 minute session. I'm just joining.
So any questions on this write blocker?
Dear participants, feel free to ask questions if you have any questions.
So this is one of the first thumb rule that any digital evidence when you are getting, so you have to connect that particular evidence using this particular write blocker. Now I will go to the second thumb rule. So when we talk about the second thumb rule, like that's something like when you should not work on a original evidence. Like say you are having the original evidence, say in the shape of Ajmal Kasab, like a Mumbai terrorist attack, terrorist basically. So most of the time, like when that Kasab, who was the evidence for us, we will say, was not going to the court whenever there was a like he was not produced to the court. Either the court was coming to the jail or the video conferencing was going on. Similarly, any kind of cases where the evidence is very important. In that particular cases, we have to protect the evidence. So similarly, when we talk about digital evidence also, we have to consider the digital evidence, as I mentioned initially, that it is volatile in nature and it is very, very delicate in nature. So in case if it is not handled properly, the evidence can be damaged or tampered, or maybe when you have to actually produce that particular evidence in the court of law, you will not be able to actually show it to the court. So in that particular case, the second thumb rule is that whenever you are seizing any digital evidence, you have to make a copy of that particular evidence. So copy means here the copy is not a normal computer copy, it is a forensic copy. So when we talk about the forensic copy, so in forensic copy, there's something called as cloning and imaging. So how many of you are aware about this terminology about the cloning and imaging? Have you heard about this cloning imaging, and or maybe use this particular technology in your day-to-day working or? Hello? So do you know about this, or should I cover this?
Sir, one of the participant sent a chat message. He's asking like a cloning means image copy in the chat window. Hello, sir. We go on answer. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Hello? Hello?
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Okay. So should I continue?
Yes, sir. Continue.
Okay. So I'm saying like when we talk about cloning and imaging, so like if we have connected any kind of digital device to any like a computer, and we want to make a copy of the data, so generally what we copy is what my computer or my operating system or what my device is able to show it to me. So in case that is not a forensic copy, that is a simple copy, basically computer copy which you are doing. So when we talk about forensic copy, in which we talk about the cloning and imaging, so we are actually not only copying the available data, we are also copying the deleted data, we are also copying the formatted data, we are also copying the hidden data, we are also copying the unallocated data. So we are copying all the data which is maybe my operating system is allowing me to show or not, whether my evidence or the digital device is allowing me to show it or not. So I'm copying all that particular data. So when I talk about forensic copy or clone or image, I copy all the data apart from available data also. So there is a difference between imaging and cloning. So when we talk about imaging and cloning, so image is called as something called as disk to file. Okay, and clone is something called as disk to disk. So, so there's a difference between imaging and copying. So imaging is disk to file, and cloning is disk to disk. So in this particular case, even whether you do a imaging or whether you do a cloning, so you are actually copying all the data which is available. So it will be stored in a one single file or chunk of files when you are creating an image. And when you are making a clone, you are making an exact replica of original device or original evidence in a other device. So,
Sir, PPT is not visible.
pardon?
Presentation is not visible, sir.
Okay. I'm just asking my colleague Abhishek to share the screen. I think he's ready with the right blocker demonstration. Abhishek,
Okay.
can you share the screen, please?
Yeah, I can share the screen. Please. Is my screen visible right now?
Yeah, we can see very well. I hope everyone can see the screen now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is one like a black device. You can see this is a USB write blocker. So we are having a different kind of write blockers available. We are also having a all-in-one write blocker also available. So like as I mentioned, there are variety of digital devices like you are having a PATA hard drives, you are having a SATA hard drives, you are having a server SAS hard drives, you are having a solid state drives. So you are having a different kind of hard drives which are available, or maybe a USB drive also available. So on the right side, you can see there is the evidence, which is in the form of USB drive, which is connected to this particular write blocker. And on the top, you can see there is a power which is connected to this. And on the left side, the blue color cable, it is a normal USB cable which is connected to any computer or laptop, maybe a Windows-based machine or a Mac-based machine or a Linux-based machine. So you can connect this particular write blocker to any computer basically. So this is working as a bridge or a device or a firewall or a barrier between a original evidence to the your examination machine. So in place of connecting this particular write blocker directly to a computer where there can be tampering or there can be like any kind of data which can be like as we integrity of that particular data can be compromised. So we are using this particular write blocker. Now, if we have connected this particular thing, so we'll just see the screen. Like this particular drive is detected, and we can see this is the E drive to this particular computer. And generally, when we right click on any drive, so we see there are option called as new folder or a new file. So here you can't see any option called as new file or new folder available here. So why we are getting this particular thing? Because this particular device, or the evidence is basically connected with the write blocker. So it will not allow anything to which can change the parameters or the properties of that particular device. So if we right click on any file, and we would like to delete the file, so here you will see there is no delete option also available here. So because again this is connected to the write blocker, so that's why the delete option is not there. If we want to copy some file from X location and would like to copy it at this particular location, even then when we try to do it, it will give you the error that the disk is write protected and you would not be able to paste anything on here. Okay, so just paste it, replace the file in the destination. Okay. So we are getting the error, remove the write protection or use another disk. And similarly, if we right click on this and try to format this particular drive, and we would see that again the error will be coming. So this is the first thumb rule when we are handling any digital evidence. So we should make a use a write blocker to connect that particular evidence. So while formatting also, we are getting a similar kind of error. So any evidence which will be connected to this particular write blocker will be protected from any kind of tampering or where the integrity of the evidence can be compromised. Okay. Now, you guys go back to the here. So any questions here on the write blocker? So this is a live thing which we have set up for you. Show it to you. Now we will demonstrate something how to make an image or clone or duplicate of the original evidence. So what we have done, we have set up a device which is in a software shape and hardware shape both the ways. So we will be showing one of the free software. I hope you must have used this particular software or heard about this particular software earlier. This is called as Ftk Imager. So like this is a small software utility which can be installed, or you can run this particular software also in a USB drive. So have you people worked on this Ftk Imager software earlier? You can, okay. So you can go to a website, accessdata.com. Can you open Abhishek site and show the link so that everyone can download this particular software? It is a free software, Access Data Ftk Imager. So there are two software. One is Ftk and Ftk Imager. So Ftk is like a priced software where you can do the analysis also. So I'm talking about this Ftk Images software, which is a free software, and you can download from this particular website, accessdata.com. And you can, using this particular software, you can demonstrate the imaging capabilities and various other capabilities of digital forensics to your students or to your community. So we'll be going back to the software again, Ftk Imager. And here you can see that there's an option, file, create image. So create disk image. So here we will be getting a different options. So like a physical drive and logical drive. So physical drive is like when you are having a computer, you are having a like a disk 0, disk 1, disk 2, like a physical available drives which are there, and logical are the partitions which are there. So maybe sometimes you are only interested in some C drive or D drive of the physical drive where you know the exactly the data is residing. So if you are having a limited time, so you can go for a imaging of a logical drive also. But preference is generally given for if you have some good amount of time and you want the entire data, so you should go for a physical drive option. So you are selecting physical drive as a source drive or a suspect drive, just clicking on next. Then when you click on next, you get an option like all the drives which are connected to your computer. So here we are selecting this 16 GB USB drive, which is our suspect drive or a source drive, which we have seized from a crime scene, assume. And this is our source drive. So finish. Then here we have to give the location where we would like to make an image of this original evidence or a source drive. So we'll just select the evidence. Here we are having a different options, like you want to make an image in a raw format, or you want to make an image in different standard formats like E01, which is guidance in case software. So we are selecting E01 option. Next, and then we will give the case information. So this you can leave it empty also, and most of the government departments, they have to give this particular information about the case. Then click on next, and we'll just give the location where you want to make an image. So this location will be some second location, not the original evidence location, maybe external drive, or if you're having enough drives inside your computer, you can create an image in that particular drive itself. So we have created one folder, test PD, and give some file name extension, say test or something, 16 GB pen drive, finish. So only this particular verify just. Can you remove the start? So like this is a 16 GB pen drive. So only few process. This is a free software. It is good to use for where the size of the evidence is not very large. Maybe a 2 GB, 8 GB, 16 GB, 32, 64 GB kind of thing. But if your evidence is say in 500 GB or 1 TB or 2 TB or 4 TB, then this particular software-based solution is not very good unless you are having a very good hardware like a Fred forensic workstation, because it all depends upon the ports which you are using and the evidence how it is connected, basically whether it is connected on USB 2 port or 3 port or high speed port or low speed port. So it all depends, and it can take a lot of time. So right now what we have done, connected original evidence using a write blocker, and using a free software we are trying to create an image of the evidence. So when we are creating an image, we are not only getting the available data, we are getting a deleted or data as well. We are getting unavailable data, unallocated data, formatted data. Everything will be forensically copied in this particular image file. So meantime, this particular image will be created. We'll just go to a camera again and show you hardware-based solution also, where your hard drive sizes are bigger. So you can't rely on these kind of forensic softwares because it can take a lot of time, and time is essence when you are doing any kind of forensic investigation. So this is one of the latest device available in the market from a company called Tableau, and device is called as TX1, Tableau Imager. So can you just like show us the like some more like a look of this particular device? Just take the camera back. Yeah, just take the camera back. Yeah. So like this is a device, like this is a one side of the Tableau TX1 device, which we are saying right side of the device. And here you can see the variety of different ports are available. So these are different ports where you have to connect different kind of digital evidences. This is source side, and all this particular device, all these particular ports are write blocked. So any device, maybe a USB device or a ID PATA device or a SATA device or Firewire devices or the SSD devices or a network, any device which you will be connecting on this particular side of the TX1 forensic imager will be write protected. So there will be no tampering on the original evidence. The integrity of that particular evidence will remain intact. And if we see on the right side of this particular device, then here we can see some of the SATA ports and with the power connection. So here you can make 1:1, 1:2, 1:4, 2:2, 2:4 copy of original evidence. So from one device, you can make 2 copies, you can make 4 copies also using this particular device. So this is very handy portable device, and you don't require any kind of computer or any kind of other connectivity. So it can work as a standalone device. Like whenever we are going to a crime scene or a raid site, like we go at various raids also with income tax department and DRI department, we ourselves and our team basically. So we are using this particular device at a crime scene to make a copy of the original evidence. So we are collecting the evidence using this particular device. So any hard drive or USB devices or USB hard disk are acquired using this particular device. So you can see the screen here, like where you can see that we can make a duplicate of the drive. You can also connect these. So right now my colleague is showing you the hard drive. So this is a 2 TB hard drive, which is a SATA hard drive. So what we are doing, so whenever you want to connect any hard drive to a computer or to such kind of device, so you have to have 2 kind of connections. One is the data port, where the data will be transferred from that using that particular port, and then there is a power connection, so that because generally when you are connecting a USB drives like a smaller pen drive, so you don't require a power separately. The port itself is giving a power to them, it is taking a less power. But when you are having such kind of large drives, so these large drives require additional power also. So we have to give a power and a data connection to this particular device. So we are connecting this particular hard drive on the left side of this TX1 forensic imager, which is a source side or which is write protected also, so that the evidence should not be tampered. So Abhishek, have you connected? Can you show the connection, how this hard drive is connected to the right blocker side of the TX1?
Yes, sir. Let me show this one. So right now we are not connecting one of the hard drive. For like the demo purpose, we are using one of the USB pen drive over here. So we'll be creating an image of this particular pen drive in another pen drive. So what we will do, this is the evidence source pen drive which is having in my hand right now. So I'll just connect this particular pen drive to the left hand port, that is the USB port over here. So I'll just show you.
Okay. So because of like we are having a limited time, so we'll not be able to demonstrate to you the full hard drive cloning because it can take multiple hours. And if you use the same thing in a computer, it will take like maybe 10 to 12 hours or so. So Abhishek had connected one of the USB hard drive stick, pen drive on the source side of the TX1. And like you can see here, it is a 4 GB drive, and we can just go and see the properties here. So this is everything. We are doing it on a standalone device. This is not connected to a computer. So here we can see the serial number and all the details about the original evidence here. And on the right side, on the bottom, you can see one source is connected. You can connect multiple sources also. You can do multitasking also using this particular device. And then on bottom, you can see destination. There is 0. There's no device is connected. So now we'll connect one USB drive again to destination also to show the this particular capability. So we have connected one HP USB drive on the right side of the port, which is read and write port, because we are making a copy of this to this particular device. So this is 64 GB drive, which is directed here. And on the bottom of the screen, you can see source 1 and destination 1. So now on the device which is connected on the right side, I can wipe that particular device also. I can format that particular device also. You can see that particular options available because this is a read and write port on the right side. But the device which is connected on the left side, which is the source side or the suspect side, these particular device, we can't wipe or format or change any kind of data, because it is write protected. Okay, so now we'll just show you the options to make a duplicate of this particular drive. So we have clicked on duplicate. So very easy, handy. Anyone can use this particular product and explain how this forensic imaging or copying is done. So you can select the source and destination here, because only one source and one destination is connected. So we are not choosing the option in case the multiple sources or multiple destinations are connected. So you have to choose the correct source and you have to choose the correct destination to make a copy.
So I'll just show this particular option right now. I'll just connect one of the hard drive. So right now we are connecting one of the SATA hard drives over here. And once we are connected two sources over here, you can see connected one SATA hard drive and one printer. You can see this video. So I'll just go back once. You can see right now the sources connected over here are to the number. So am I audible? Like, can you hear?
Okay.
Yeah, you can hear.
Two drives are connected, so you can see two sources now. They connect the destination also.
So you want to connect one more destination?
Yep. So
yeah, destination is also connected.
okay, can you make a copy now? So we'll just click on duplicate. So in duplicate, we are selecting a source, which is our 4 GB hard pen drive. So we are selecting this 4 GB pen drive here.
So right now, which sir was talking initially, that when we have a multiple source, we can add a source from here. We can select a source which we want to make an image or make a clone of that particular.
Okay, and destination we are selecting the 64 GB. And there are some few settings here which has to be done. Like on the top job type, you can see there are two options are coming. Can you just autofocus on this? So on the job type, there are option available, image or clone. So both the options are there, image or clone. So if you want to make an image, so you can use image, or you want to make a clone. So as I mentioned earlier, when you are making an image, so it is disk to file, and when you are making a clone, it is disk to disk. So you require one full disk which should be available for you to make a clone of that particular original evidence. So right now we are using an option called image, as we have shown it to you in Ftk Imager software also just before this. And now we'll just select start duplication. Before that, we are having one option available, some settings which are there. So we would like to show you a few settings here.
This is just the directory that we are creating to create the image, like the folder which you create in the destination folder. So we just created one of the directory in the destination folder, the destination directory. So just the test image folder over there. And just I have created one of the image folder to create a image directory in my destination.
Okay. So can you go to common settings again?
Yes.
So here we are going to some common settings. Okay. So here you can see some of the options again available here, which will be highlighting. So something called as hash type. So this will be again discussing about this. There is something like called as hash value. So we are having option here MD5, SHA1, SHA256. So you can choose what all hash values you are looking for. So the hash value is basically when you are going to a crime scene, as I mentioned initially. You have seized one suicide note from Arushi Hatyakand case, assume. So that particular evidence, we can make a photocopy of that particular evidence. That evidence is very much visible, and the witness 1 and witness 2 can see, read, and sign what is written on that particular thing. But when you are seizing any digital evidence in the shape of memory card or a pen drive or a hard drive or a laptop or desktop computer, so the data is not visible externally. So your witnesses can't sign what all documents are available, what all data is available in that particular hard drive, whether it is written meet me at 4 a.m. or meet me at 4 p.m. or it is written send me 1,000 rupees or it is send me 1 crore rupees. So how many zeros are there? So these all things are not visible externally. How many doc files, how many pictures, how many videos, what are the contents, what are the contents of the pictures. So these all things are not visible externally. So how to identify that the data which is seized from a crime scene and when you are producing that particular evidence in a court is exactly same. So for that particular purpose, we use third thumb rule, which is called as hash value. So most of the forensic tools, whether it is a forensic software or a hardware tool, may be developed in US or developed by Ftk Kerala or any other developed by any other OEM or any other country. So this is one of the embedded system which is required to have a hash value. So it is a mathematical computation. You must be already aware about this particular thing, which is done by the tool, and it gives alphanumeric characters. So in case when you seize evidence from a crime scene and there is some X hash value is there, and the same hash value is there when you are producing that thing in a court, so it means the evidence is not tampered. The integrity of that particular evidence is intact, and what you have seized from a crime scene is the one which you are producing in the court. So we are just selecting two of the hash values here and clicking on start duplication. And only few processes you have to do it. And once you just click on this, automatically within few minutes or multiple hours, depending upon the size of the evidence which you have connected, automatically this particular device will be forensically copied, either in the shape of image or maybe a cloned. So this particular process is started with all the parameters on the screen, and it is showing approximately 6 minutes remaining, and you can see the speed also, the percentage of the task completed 6% till now. Now going back to the software which we have shown to you earlier, Ftk Imager. So this particular task is completed, which we started making a image. Here you can see there's results as I mentioned. So this is a MD5 and SHA1 hash value, which you can see it on your screen. And the summary of this particular thing is also created as a text file, which can be printed out and connected and given as a like you can see this particular text file, which is having all the properties of the work which you have executed, like date and time of the task when you started, the evidence details, the size of the number of sectors, number of the tracks, cylinders, size of that particular disk, serial number of that particular disk if it is there. Then MD5 and SHA hash value, you can see it here also, and start time, end time. And then you can see some chunk of files like E01 till E11. So like we are having an option like these multiple files are created. So the image is split into different chunks basically. So it all depends upon what kind of setting you have done in the software or the hardware device. If you will select one single file, so only single file will be created. So if you select a segmented file, so segmented file will be created like this. So this all chunk of files are actually a single file. Now what we can do, we can remove the original evidence and keep it in the safe custody, because this evidence we have to produce in a code after 6 months or 1 year or 2 years or 3 years down the time, and any kind of analysis or processing or findings you want to do, you have to make it in the copied data, like which you have created a forensic copy. So what I will do, I'll just open this image file in the same software and see like whether I have got all the data or not. So I'm just selecting this 16 GB pen drive image and opening this. And on the left side, you can see the you can expand and see the partition. And this was the name of the drive. And now you can see like what all the data which is there, maybe available data, deleted data, hidden data, unallocated data, formatted data. So all this particular data is available here. And then you can use some other tools to further examine this particular evidence also. Few more things we would like to highlight using this free tool, which is very useful. So using this particular tool, you can go to File, and there's an option called as Obtain Protected Files. So when you go and click on Obtain Protected Files, so it can you can obtain all the protected files of your Windows operating system using this particular device, which includes the passwords, login passwords also. Like suppose you are having a machine which is 3-4 different users are created, and all the 3-4 users are having their own respective passwords, and you want to identify that particular passwords. So what you can do, you can just save this particular software in a USB drive. There is a utility available which you can run it from a USB, and there's no need to install that particular software. And then you just connect that particular USB stick into the target machine which is on, and then you just run this particular software and click on obtain protected files, and you can get all the files for which are there in the registry, and password protected files also, and then you can recover the passwords also of the that particular Windows account as well. So you just select the destination, browse, and give the location where you want to save this particular files. Okay, so like this, within a minimum time frame, you are able to get the data from the suspect machine. So the protected files are now obtained. So you can just see in my D drive, we have created one folder. So that particular data will be coming. You can just choose all the option. All, yep. So my files are here, the Windows files are saved in a SAM file, which is an encrypted file. So if you are interested, we can just show how to get this particular data, how to decode this particular data also in our next demonstration as well. Okay. Now one more feature we would like to show it to you here. Again, going back to Ftk Imager, you can also capture the RAM using this particular software. So there's an option called capture memory, and you can give the destination where you would like to obtain the RAM of this particular thing. Again, this particular utility can be run from a USB stick on any suspect machine, and you can get the RAM of that particular device. So so we have just created a folder, test RAM, and copying all the data. So maybe we can choose the page file also. So you can get a lot of data from all these particular locations as well, because a lot of people, they are not storing data on their computers nowadays, just using a computer for more like a browsing and all this stuff. So you can get a lot of data from the RAM as well as page file. So you can acquire the data from this free tool, Ftk Imager, to capture the RAM as well. Now, can we show the password?
Password.
And can we? Is our TX1 still running, or it's over the?
Okay. I'll just show it.
Yeah. Going back to the hardware part, so this is slightly taking some more time. So it all depends upon the
size of
the drive which is connected there. Maybe some errors or bad sectors may be there. So it is taking some more time. So once it will be completed, you will be again similarly getting a MD5 and SHA1 hash value also like this. Okay. So any questions on imaging or cloning or forensic copy? So we have covered some demonstrations on write blockers. We have covered some demonstration on software-based forensic imaging, as well as the hardware-based forensic imaging and copying. So any questions till now, sir?
Dear participants, I encourage interaction with our resource person. I request you kindly to keep the session very interactive. Feel free to ask questions. But before asking questions, raise your hand and communicate with our resource person and immediately mute your microphone. I request you kindly to participate.
So I think PXN is also using this library.
Okay. Yeah,
Sir, namaste.
sir. Namaste, sir.
I am Harshad. I have one question regarding the RAM image that you have captured.
Sir.
Can we have, when I capture a RAM image, can you identify that this is a particular area, particular data is related to a browsing activity?
Related to browsing activity.
Yes.
Yeah, like the thing which we have shown to you is only a capturing of a RAM, like acquisition of a RAM.
Yes.
Now we have to use some tool to analyze the RAM captured data. So it has come as a bin file or as a one of the files. So we have to use some tool like a magnet forensic. So maybe in the post lunch session we'll be able to show the live working also, like what RAM we have captured. We would like to open that particular data in one of the utility and show it what all data is there and analyze that particular data for you as well.
Can you please write the name of the tool that you are talking about? At least I will write it down at this point.
If you want to use one good tool to capture the RAM, so one tool is called as magnet RAM capture, or you can use Ftk Imager software to capture the RAM. So these are the tools for capturing Windows RAM, not for Mac machines. Okay, and you can use a tool called Magnet Axiom Complete. Okay. This is a tool using that you analyze the RAM data which you have captured.
Okay.
But and if you are from a government organization or working for some government or university, so you can connect to me and send to my email. Your email ID. I will arrange for a trial version of this software, which is fully working for your analysis and investigation, which will be valid for 30 days.
Okay. So can you please write your email ID also, so that I will send a mail to you?
Yeah, I will share you at the end of the session, but I have mentioned it here again.
Sir, actually, I am working in the area of browser security, and I want to understand what browser data is available in the RAM, so that if I want to analyze the RAM contents, using which I can understand what browsing is done, what data has been going from browser to other activity.
Okay, we'll just show that particular data after the a post-lunch session, sir.
Okay, sir. Great. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Okay, so like memory capture is also finished here. So from this particular machine, we have captured the RAM. Maybe the post-lunch session will be able to show it to you. And this is also like a TX1 forensic imaging is also completed here. You can see the MD5 SHA1 hash value as well. And one thing we would like to highlight using this TX1 forensic imager, there are 2-3 things which you can also do. One is if like some device is connected on a network, you can make an image of that particular network also. You can also give the output directly to a NAS or SAN also, which is connected to this particular device in place of imaging into a hard drive. Also, one of the things which we would like to highlight is that using this particular device, you can also make a image of a Mac machine using a target disk mode. So do you know what is target disk mode? Like generally opening a Windows machine is very easy. You can easily open a desktops or a laptops which are Windows based, and you can find out the PATA, SATA or SSD hard drive, and you can take it out physically and connect to variety of write blockers or imaging device, and you can make a image or clone of the original evidence. But when we talk about the Mac machines are very sophisticated, similarly like iPhone devices. So it is very difficult to take out the SSD drive or the hard drive from a Mac machine, and sometimes that particular drives are soldered to a PCB of that particular laptop also. So there's something called as target disk mode. So without taking a hard drive out or without opening a MacBook, using this particular device, you can connect a Mac machine directly to this TX1 forensic imager. And by pressing the T button, you can power on that particular Mac machine. And that particular Mac machine will be, the hard drive of that particular Mac machine will be detected as a source drive in your TX1 forensic imager. And then you can connect an empty hard drive and you can directly create a image of a Mac machine using this TX1 forensic imager as well. Okay, so any questions here till now? So we'll just go to some more information. Can you open the password software? Now we'll just show you one of the software utility, because analyzing the data which is unprotected is very easy. But when we talk about the data which is password protected, it is slightly tedious. So what we'll do, just open one software utility called as Password Kit Forensics. So using this software, you can decrypt or unlock a variety of data evidences, a variety of data. So you can see the screen here where using this you can, there's an option called full disk encryption. So if you are having hard drives which are encrypted, like with the BitLocker or with the File Vault APFS encryption or TrueCrypt encryption or VeraCrypt, or similarly some other drive crypt or McAfee endpoint security. So using this particular tool, you can decrypt that particular drives. And so this is one of the option available here. Going back to the main screen, we are having memory analysis. So we will be giving an input right now here for the memory which we have captured, and we'll see whether we will be able to recover the password from the Windows user or some other different kind of users here. So this option will be just exploring here. Going back to the main screen again, then there is a mobile and cloud option. So if you are having some kind of backups which you are you have seized from a suspect machine, where you are having an iPhone backup or Windows phone image or iCloud backup, Android backup, Android image. So using this particular option, you can break the password of this kind of scenarios. Going back to the home screen again, there are some other options available here, like internet and network password. Sometimes when you're using a Microsoft Outlook or some network connections or some websites where you have saved your passwords, but passwords are not visible and you can't copy that *** marks and see the passwords. So using this particular utility, all that saved passwords in Outlook or websites or banking passwords, you can get all that things using this particular option. Then going back to the home screen, next option is Windows password. The earlier one which we have shown to you, like using a Ftk Imager, you can obtain the protected file. So that was a scenario when your machine is in a on condition. This is a scenario when your machine is in a off condition and which is password protected, and you as a investigator or the examiner or the intelligence organization want to go and reset the password, or you want to get inside the password protected machine and want to see the data or copy the data or delete the data, or maybe for some particular reason, maybe you want to install a malware on the suspect machine in the night 8 p.m. When he left the office, when the suspect left the office. Hello? So,
Hello. Vibhu answer? Audible. You are audible.
Yes. So using this particular option, you can create a bootable USB drive or a CD drive, and then using this particular software utility, and go and run this particular utility on the suspect machine. And without knowing the password, what this particular utility will do, it will, your Windows password is, as I mentioned, it is stored in a SAM file. It is an encrypted data, encrypted file. So this particular software will reset the password to blank from the original password, and then with the blank password, you will get inside the Windows machine, and then you can copy the data, delete the data, or maybe you can install a malware or whatever activity you want to do it. And then what you will do, you will repeat the process again. And when you will repeat the process, what it will do, it will change the blank password to the original password. Okay, and then you can come back. So next morning, when the person will go and use the machine, so he will use the original password only, and he will come to know in a normal fashion that somebody had accessed his machine, until unless the person goes to the event logs or some more details he want to do, which we generally don't do. Like using this, you can reset the Windows administrator password also using this particular utility. Now going back to the home screen again, there are some more options available. Using that, you can also get the data from the standalone machines, as well as some utilities. A lot of you people are using 1Password or KeyPass or Mac OS Keychain, and you can get the entire passwords also using this particular utility, which are used by the all this people. So Abhishek, is it possible if you can show the data, the RAM which we have obtained protected files?
Yes, sir. I have one of the demo file with me. I just showed you the demo file.
Your voice is very low, Abhishek.
Am I audible, sir?
Yeah, it's audible, but not very clear. Yeah. Okay. So you would like
Yeah.
to demonstrate something?
Yeah, I'll just show you one of the demo memory capture files of the Mac system, because the memory which is captured right now will take more time to show it over, because it is 16 GB RAM memory. So I'll just show one of the demo file for you. I'll do a quick demo. I'll just draw one of the file here. We have selected one of the memory zip file over here, and I'll just show the password. Just give me a second. So I'll select one of the memory image which I've captured through the Mac system. I'll just select my memory image over there, that is a raw image file over there. I'll just click on the button over there. You'll see my memory image has been uploaded over there. I'll just go and select the option which I need to capture the password for that. I'll just select the Mac user, website, and iCloud data, and one password data from that particular memory image file.
You just selected the memory image which was taken from a Mac device, and Windows is more easier than this particular thing. So we have chosen a Mac option, and we have selected all the things which are relevant to Mac, like a Windows user is not applicable, the Mac user is there, and iCloud data is there, websites are there. So we are just selecting a next option here. So all this particular data is we are analyzing from the memory of the Mac.
It will take some time, like around 5 to 10 seconds. We'll be waiting on it.
So like this particular software, it uses a GPU also. So like you can see the option here, what all resources it is using. So generally password breaking requires a high speed machine, and if we have a multiple GPU, this particular process can be reduced by multiple times. So you can see some of the data is already acquired using this particular image. So some account passwords are recovered from this particular thing. Then some Apple accounts, some sites which were visited were also recovered, some Apple website, Google website, Facebook ID, passwords. So all these particular things were recovered from this particular image of the Mac. This utility is called as Password Kit Forensics, and this can be obtained from this. You can get a trial version from this particular website. I've mentioned it here in the group. Okay, so we'll keep some 5-10 minutes time to address any kind of queries till
Yes,
now
sir.
what all things we have covered.
Yes, sir.
And post lunch session we will be having some more kind of demonstrations on video investigation and some hard drive analysis as well.
Dear sir, Vivan sir, I am Rudramurthy speaking from.
Sir?
I have one question.
Sure.
There are latest mobile phones are in the market.
Sure.
That Cryptophone 500i. Cryptophone 500i is a GSMK based mobile phone.
Okay.
It is a point-to-point communication. That is, as long as the two parties are in conversation, so the link is established. Soon after one of the parties hooked off the phone, immediately no part of the conversation is stored anywhere in the mobile phone. So that is called the GSMK Cryptophone 600G and 500i is there. How to subject those phones into the forensic analysis?
So that we will be covering in the post-lunch session, but
Okay.
Generally speaking, when we talk about the WhatsApp communication also, so we consider and we say that the WhatsApp point-to-point encryption is used, and some of the applications like a Telegram and various other kind of applications are also having a feature and facility to delete or auto-delete the content of the messaging or the data which is transferred from one place to the other place. So if suppose we have not received any such devices with us till now, so in case any government organization or anybody whoever is receiving such phones with them, so we can always give a try, and because it may be that the data is deleted from that particular application or from that particular utility which is used in that particular phone, but maybe it is not deleted actually from the phone memory. So we can give a try, and we can find out whether the data can be recovered or not, because there are variety of tools available in the market nowadays which can extensively extract the data from the mobile phones, the available data as well as the deleted data also. So we are hopeful that we will just study this particular thing, and because this particular technology is using an encryption from point to point. Okay.
Yes, so I am leaving that link here in the chat row, in the chat box.
Yeah. So
that Cryptophone, it is a German make phone, and it's a website. In website, they are claiming that it is a tamper resistance or resistant hardware and end-to-end voice and message encryption. So that 360-degree protection, hardened operating system, baseband firewall, so many features they are adding, and it cost about 3.5 lakhs or 4 lakhs. This phone, I think nobody gives it. But still, when the people start using this kind of a phone, how to carry out the forensic investigation and analysis? That is my answer.
So generally, this particular technology is used from point to point. So this is this is for protecting the communication which is happening from one X location to the Y location, so that
Yeah.
any third party who wants to intercept that particular communication in between lawfully or unlawfully should not be able to understand what they are talking in between.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
most probably the data, the messages or the data can be available, not the voice data, can be available from the phone. If that phone is extracted, that particular data can be, we can extract that particular data. And one more thing, important thing is that if suppose somebody is using this particular device in India, so in India we can't use the encryption without the knowledge of the government body.
Yes,
So
yes, exactly.
as per the Indian Telegraph Act, I can't use some third-party encryption technology or this kind of tool. Basically, if I'm using such kind of tool or technology, I have to declare to the concerned government body that I am going to use this particular thing and what is the reason of using that particular technology. So if
Yeah,
suppose
exactly.
somebody is using this kind of technology without the knowledge, then it is crime in India. Basically, it all depends upon country to country.
Of course, sir. But this phone, if someone terrorist is using it, it is not possible to locate this phone at all.
Locate the phone.
Yeah, GSMK cryptophone 600G, it provides a 360-degree protection.
Yeah.
And it cannot be detected, its location cannot be detected because it is a temper resistance hardware and complete protection 360-degree means even its location cannot be detected. That is the kind of technology they are claiming. I request you kindly to go through this link I have given here in the chat box and enlighten me in the next session, sir.
Sure, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Dear participants, we are going to end the sessions for lunch. And fourth lunch session is again with Sri Vibhu Anand. He is going to demonstrate fantastic cyber forensic tools. In fact, 2 sessions is not sufficient for Sri Vibhu Anand to demonstrate all the tools and products that he is having in his company. And in fact, he is a very good supplier and also very knowledgeable and a hard worker. And he is one of the gem in our cyber forensic and cyber security domain, in fact. So he will be going to engage in the next session at 3 o'clock. I request all the participants to take lunch and join again at exactly 3 p.m. Thank you very much. Sir, thank you very much, everyone, sir. Have a lunch and nice time and come back.
Thank you. I have one basic question, sir. Please, if you allow me.
Yeah,
to
please.
use. Yeah. Sir, in first slide you explain about some courses detail. Sir, from some EC Council course. Sir, one body is there, EC Council, which offers certified ethical hacker course.
sir.
Am I audible, sir? Huh. So, sir, any idea about, any feedback about that course, sir?
So EC Councils, CH course will be approximately, it will be costing around 25 to 30,000 rupees.
Sir, validity and other thing.
You can just share your email ID. I'll ask some concerned person to share more information with you, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Dear participants, at the end of the session 3, as per schedule, we are going to share the test link. Without miss, everyone has to attend the session 3 as well as attend the quiz. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
And the feedback link is activated in your portal. I request you kindly to log into your participant account and kindly render the valuable feedback to us. Thank you very much.